y'all get to see me in my post-sickness glory. So, today is the first day in about 3 days that I've actually been like able to keep food down and sit upright without having a headache and everything. So I decided to take it sort of easy today. But I wanted to start to like tape something for this week because I haven't done it yet. But yeah, I decided that instead of like trying to rush through, I'm reading A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue at the moment, or at least listening to it. I've been listening to the audiobook while going through all my social media, and I'm pretty much gone through like literally everything twice, and I'm still not done with that. So I've decided instead to start reading this kid, or rereading rather, because it's been years, honestly. So it's a rather short book. Like it's not that big. It is only like 220 something pages. So I guess I will try this book vlogging thing and like update on my reactions to how it was way back when 12-year-old me or 14-year-old me discovered this book and loved it for the first time. So we'll keep you updated. Okay, first page. And I'm realizing now how stupid, or rather how unrealistic, this particular line is. And that is, her Sapphire Jaguar was flashy and she hadn't had time to change the plates. Not so much the changing the plates bit, but our protagonist, Sarah Vita, is only supposed to be in high school. Why does she have a Jaguar? Like, okay. The fantasy is quite nice, but I don't remember anybody having more than like a used frickin' Prius. So a few more thoughts on this book. I'm on page 25 and I just finished chapter 3. So this, I mean, I already know where this is going, so this is sort of reflection upon reread. And frankly, I'm kind of surprised that I'm now noticing this trend that has sort of disappeared from young adult fantasy and literature that I'm seeing generally, and that is switching of sides. So what we normally see in a lot of very popular YA fantasy and YA novels is sort of knowing that you're right, believing, sticking to your guns, going against, the man, if you will. But we don't really see people changing their minds, like after seeing the other side, or believing something so vastly for the right reasons, but not being able to bridge the gap between, the black and the white, seeing the varying shades of gray to, overuse vernacular. But this book actually does it quite well, and or at least the sort of threads that it weaves throughout the first few chapters does it well, and not just in the overt characterizations, but because this is written in a close third person, we're seeing and hearing descriptions of vampires, of vampire thralls, if you will. I don't think that they're actually called that, but people who are, or humans who are vampire sympathizers, feeding fodder, whatever. The way that Sarah describes them through the third person is very visceral, and I'm curious to see if that changes by the end. I think it does, but I can't remember. So, thoughts? Okay, so 45 pages in, and we're having a discussion between the two sisters, Sarah and her older sister, about essentially having friendships with vampires, and I feel like it's kind of quick to have this conversation, especially because Sarah has only been in school for like max 3 days, I think, and yeah, she keeps on saying, you know, oh, it's harmless. It's really nice to have, you know, friends who don't really know what you are, and it doesn't matter. They just think that they're, you know, you're normal. And I'm like, yes, that is nice. That's always nice, but I feel like it's a little too early to be making that decision, especially because she's still thinking like that she needs to not associate with them herself. Like, I'm not sure where this is coming from. So, grammar geeker time. There's this thing in the middle of the page, and Kaleo is very handsome, and that is kind of cool because usually when you see this is switch, it's the other way around. I have nothing new to say except that I stopped to look at Twitter, and apparently Cinnabon has found that there are booktubers and they noticed us, and I'm like, Cinnabon, so you're gonna start sponsoring people, or? So I'm in the office and I'm waiting for the video that I just recorded on Bird Box to upload from my laptop to Dropbox, and then upload into the Dropbox on my desktop so that I can edit it on the desktop. And oh my god, like I honestly, the recording was like over an hour because I just have a lot to say on Bird Box apparently. So yeah, this is gonna take a while. So I guess I'm gonna be finishing up reading this because I'm on page 91, which is like a little less than halfway. And so far I'm not totally dissatisfied with it. I understand why I liked it when I first read it and why I liked the different times that I reread it. It's rather an easy read, so yeah, I'm not mad, I guess is where I'm getting at. I'm not mad at it yet. We'll see. Almost there. Very, very soon. Like, I think it's like 40 pages, maybe less than. So I think I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee or a tea or something, because I am still waiting on this thing to freaking load. Jesus. Like, yeah, internet in Africa is quite slow, so I'm still waiting. So as I'm eating lunch, I decided to start watching this Diablero, I think that's what it's called. It's a new Netflix series, and it's all in Spanish, set in Mexico City, and it's kind of like Supernatural, where it's a bunch of people coming together to hunt demons and such, but there's one character who I am really excited to see where this goes, and she purposefully gets possessed by demons. And so, like, I don't even know what to do with that, because, you know, most of the time when you're possessed, you know, in any story or whatever, it's always, oh, they're the victim, you know, they're trying to save them. But no, she just, like, invites the demons into her body and, like, lets them go, I guess. I don't know, but this is kind of cool. So I just finished Shattered Mirror. You know, it took me like a week to finish like the last 25 pages, but whatever. I don't know. I have thoughts about it, and I think I'm gonna write up one of my blogs to actually detail, and I don't think I'll make a video. This will just be my experience with it. But okay, so it wasn't as bad as I had thought it might be, and it wasn't as good as I remember either. So like, I'm giving this like, let's say a 3.5. Like, truly, if I was like stuck somewhere and I was reading this book, I might just devour it in like let's say 2 or 3 hours, because it's a really quick read. I just took my time digesting it because apparently I just take my sweet time doing everything. Yeah, I have thoughts. I have lots of thoughts. Um, yeah, I guess I'll keep it short like that. And I guess I will end this reading vlog then. Alright, bye. So, like, I don't even really know how to start this. I don't know, maybe it's best to start off with, a lot of people always tell me how lucky I am to be able to live overseas, and you know how wonderful these experiences are going to be, and you know how eye-opening, and how many adventures I can go on, and so on and so forth. But this week has kind of been on the other side of that. So it's Friday, and we had the internet back up yesterday for a little bit, but social media was still down. And today, when we woke up, the internet is gone again. There's supposed to be another protest somewhere, and there's rumors that it might be just more than a protest, so I don't know what's going to happen. I'm sort of blogging just to sort of keep my nerves down. I'm eating breakfast. My husband's gone into work, so I mean, we'll see what happens. We really need to go get some food because we're down to like SpaghettiOs canned food. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I guess that's all for now. Alright, so it is Tuesday, the 22nd, I think, and updates on situations before I actually like edit and post the video, because I finally can. This weekend was more of the same of what we've been dealing with. Like, we had some internet, but all social media sites were blocked. The generator, finally, you know, we were able to switch over to regular power on Sunday night, I think. So we've only been on like regular city power for like 48 hours or something like that. Yeah, that generator's been running for about 2 weeks now. So it's been a trip. Yeah, I'm trying like madly to like go through Twitter and see what I missed, and Facebook, and like say happy birthday to people, you know, for the last week who I have not been able to contact. Get in touch with like my mom and my in-laws, and like people who have just been super worried about all of us. It's been a weird week. Supposedly there's still protests that are going on, or supposed to go on, but what we've heard is that, you know, mostly things have gone back to normal. We did get food finally. We were able to go Friday afternoon to go grab some food, and then again Sunday, when the stores were a little bit more stocked. I was talking to one of the ladies, and she's just like, "Oh my God, it's so crazy right now," because of the stay away and the protests. Like, people were just like, they weren't going into work, so a lot of the food had to go, and then they had to order more food, and it was crazy time for them. Anyway, so I'm gonna post videos. I'm gonna start. This week is gonna be freaking mad because we're going on vacation on February 1st. So I need to get videos prepared and edited and recorded, and I don't even know. I think I'm gonna be missing a review for February, just because like there's just not enough time for me to do anything. So I guess that is everything for right now. And yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you for sticking around. Thank you for following me, and for the few people who on Twitter were very supportive of this weird, rough time that we were going through. And yeah, I guess I will see you in the next video. Bye!